The emotional problems can be worsened with closed adoption records because there is no way to contact the birth family and get answers to some of the questions or comfort those feelings that the adoptees may have. There can also be physical altercations when there are closed adoption records. Medical history is included with closed adoption records. So if there's a history of heart disease in the birth family but the adoption records are sealed, how are the adoptee and the adoptive family supposed to know about this problem beforehand and take precautions? In my opinion, this is definitely not fair to the adoptee because their health is on the line, and if adoption records weren't sealed, this problem wouldn't exist. This is another video of Annette Baran. Before I show it, I wanted to talk about how I interviewed a woman named Liz Sparks. She had closed adoption records and as a result had many health problems because she didn't know that she needed to take precautions to prevent them. She later found her birth mother and learned about them.
We now know a lot more about what are inherited diseases. We now know a great deal more about the whole genetic code that is being unraveled and the part that it plays in all kinds of diseases, including mental illness, cancer, etc. And it becomes incredibly important to know that.
I'm going to talk a little more about Liz. Liz has had experience with both open and closed adoption. She was adopted through a closed adoption and later relinquished her daughter through an open adoption. Liz has compared both types of adoption and favors open adoption. This is because the birth mother gets to pick out the parents, be a part of the child's life, and inform the adoptive family of any health concerns. Liz told me that her 5-year-old birth daughter calls her Auntie Liz, and so they still have a relationship. It's a little different, but she is still a part of her life. The next section we are going to look at is how some people believe that closed adoption records violate human rights declared in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Do closed adoption record laws violate human rights? This is a controversial issue, which is why I chose a scale to represent it, because there are strong arguments on both sides. When talking about the human rights getting violated, these rights are coming from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which is the other picture. Adoptees with sealed adoption records are the only group of mentally able adults that cannot get a copy of their original birth certificate.
Can you tell which of these children was not born free? Can you tell which of these children was not born equal? Can you tell which of these children does not deserve to be treated with dignity? We can't either. Human right number one. We are all born free and equal.
If all human beings have equal rights, then why can't adoptees access their original birth certificate? Their dignity is very important. Dignity is a strong sense of knowing who you are. Adoptees may have problems with their dignity and their identity because they may feel like a part of them is missing because they don't know who their birth family is. Everyone except adoptees with closed adoption records can get a copy of their original birth certificate without any difficulty, but it is almost impossible for adoptees to obtain their original birth certificate. This part of the declaration is different from the previous article because this article specifies that everyone, no matter their social origin, is entitled to all the rights that the other citizens get. Adoption is a social origin, so that means even if you are adopted, you're still entitled to all your rights. This includes being able to get a copy of your original birth certificate. This article means that no one should be denied their nationality. If they do not know what that is, they have the right to find out. That means they would have to open a part of the sealed information to find out the nationality, and if it's already partially opened, it should be all the way opened. We have almost reached the end of this presentation. After viewing the presentation, here are some questions to think about. In conclusion, closed adoption record laws do not help the adoptee. They hurt them when it is not necessary. There is a solution to this problem. Adoption records need to be opened. This would benefit the adoptee in so many different ways. Adoption record laws have been around for a long time. They may even have been needed in the past, but they are now outdated and need to be outlawed. Thank you for watching my presentation. I urge you to continue learning about this important issue. These are my picture citations. The information citations will follow. Thank you again for watching and have a good day.